Following the tragedy at Astroworld, the biggest question on people's minds has been, what's going to happen to Travis Scott? A lot of people are curious to see if he's still going to be publicly accepted, or if he's going to take a large hit to his career. Well, it looks like he is taking quite a big hit with some big events cutting him from their performance lineup. From the looks of things, it seems like a lot of people believe that this is a sign that Travis's career is officially over. Be sure to watch until the end of the video to find out how many products and lineups have dropped Travis Scott so far. Travis Scott's popularity soared before plummeting. Now, before the tragedy occurred at his Astroworld event, Travis had pretty much soared to all new heights in terms of how popular he was around the world. From having a major smash hit records, to collaborating with the biggest artists around the world, it seems like there was nowhere to go but up for him. I mean, the man was doing everything, from having groundbreaking concerts on Fortnite to starting a wave of specific McDonald's meals named after him. It's clear that he was at the top of his game. His shows were selling out like hotcakes. And before the tragedy, it was almost like a dream to be able to go to one of his concerts. It looked like an experience you would never forget, only in a positive way. It wasn't until after Astroworld that his concerts no longer seemed appealing, and I mean to anyone. No one wants to go anymore. The Astroworld tragedy. On November 5th of this year, everything changed for Travis. As you most likely know by now, that was the date of his Astroworld event in Texas, and it was a highly anticipated concert experience for many. However, according to those who went, it was easy to see that things were going to turn sour. In fact, some fans even left before the show started because things were getting out of hand. At one point, people waiting in line at the venue got impatient and rowdy enough to rush the gate and climb walls and fences to skip waiting. That wasn't the worst of it, not by any means. After the show began, a crowd of over 50,000 people began rushing to the stage, meaning the people in the back pushed forward and the people in front of the venue near the stage had to push back, leaving everyone in the middle to be at the mercy of the sea of people. At the end of the day, countless people had been found to be injured, and as of right now, 10 people have died due to their injuries, with some even dying right as the music was being performed. People in the crowd screamed for the show to be stopped, but nothing was done, and the injuries just piled up. Travis Scott gets cut from lineups. Now, as we mentioned before, right before Astroworld, Travis Scott's popularity was at an all-time high, which meant that a ton of events and venues were trying to book him to do shows and perform. One of the big events that he had set up for himself in 2022 is one of the biggest concert events in the world, Coachella. And Travis was set to take the stage at Coachella 2022. However, that all has changed. It's no surprise that venues don't want to risk the same thing that happened at one of their sites. It would be a nightmare. And the public wouldn't be happy about him getting the chance to perform either. That was made clear as a petition was formed just days after Astroworld called for him to be taken off of headlining lists. Well, Coachella listened to the people. Apparently, organizers for the festival had gotten in contact with Travis's management and his team to let them know that they will be paying a kill fee and canceling his performing contract there. Now, a kill fee is something that most people place into their contracts that basically say, you can back out of the contract, but for a price. So Travis is still going to be getting paid, but it will likely only be a percentage of what he would have made. Also, in the days leading up to the announcement that he'd been removed from the lineup, it looks like another venue ended up canceling on Travis. He was allegedly supposed to hit the stage at the Day in Vegas festival about 2 weeks after Astroworld. It would turn out that Travis never made it to the stage and instead ended up being replaced by Post Malone. Products have been discontinued. Venues aren't the only thing taking Travis off their list though. Like most artists nowadays, Travis tends to promote products, whether it be food, drinks, clothing, or even video games. It's just smart marketing for both the product and the artist. Well, Travis had recently landed a deal with a brand of spiked seltzer known as Cacti. The two seem to be teamed up entirely because of the backlash he has received from Astroworld. The Cacti seltzer has been discontinued. A spokesperson for the company told NBC, "After careful evaluation, we have decided to stop all production and brand development of the Cacti Agave Spiked Seltzer. Fans of the drink itself might be disappointed, but considering the public outcry against Travis, it was probably the smart move." I mean, just a week before this news came out, Nike announced that they were delaying the release of a new sneaker, the Air Max 1 and Cactus Jack sneaker collab that they were doing with Travis. And they haven't said whether it would be delayed indefinitely or not. But they also haven't said that they would be premiering them on a later date, which has fans assuming that the deal is done. Travis is likely finished. As of right now, Travis has more than 300 lawsuits filed against him due to what happened at the festival, most of which are from the families of those who sadly lost their lives that day, or from those who were injured. Scott claims that he had no idea what was going on in the crowd and that he is torn up and heartbroken over the incident. But most people are quick to point out that the countless other artists who were aware of things going bad at their own shows and how they are often able to stop the show until things got corrected. And Travis Scott failed to do that on multiple occasions, despite the crowd's cry for help. Final thoughts. When it comes to people being canceled and careers being ended, it's hard to tell what is actually going to happen. But there is no doubt that Travis and his career are taking a huge hit. And no one can say that they are shocked. The public has been very clear about how hurt they are over the incident. However, we won't know if his career is really over until it happens. For now, be sure to subscribe to stay in tune with all of our hip-hop news and information. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on our next upload. Until next time,